Right, question 6, on to the slightly longer questions. Table shows information about the 10 people to complete, sorry, about the times for 10 people to complete a task. Okay, so the frequency is the amount of people in this case, and this is the range. So this is different. Oh, actually, the range is always the same in this case, but we're saying that there was one person that was able to complete the task somewhere between 0 and 20 minutes. 6 people were able to complete the task somewhere between 20 and 40, and 3 people were able to complete it somewhere between 40 and 60. Now, it's definitely worthwhile noticing these slightly different symbols here. That means that this one was greater than 0, but not equal to it. Definitely greater than equal, but it could be equal to or less than 20. So we don't know. We know there was one person somewhere between that time, but we don't know what that period of time it took for that one person to complete it. So they could have completed it any time above 0 and up to and including 20. But so it could have completed it in 1 second, could have completed it in 20 minutes. We don't know. And it's the same rules can be applied here. These 6 people could be all on 40, one could be 21, one could be 23, and so we don't know how they're spread, and the same with that. So that understanding is what's going to help you to answer these true-false questions. So these statements are about the mean and range of the actual time. So I guess we also need to know, what does mean mean? Mean means the average. Well, it's one type of average, the most common type of average. What you do is you add a bunch of numbers together and divide them by how many they are. But the problem is, if we're trying to work out the mean of the times, we don't know what each individual mean was. What each mean is. So we don't know if that first one up here is 1 minute, 5 minute, 10 minute, whatever. We don't know. So basically, to work out a mean, it would be challenging. We don't know what the mean would be, but we can get an idea. So could the mean be less than 20 minutes? Well, we have 9 out of the 10 all above 20 minutes, right? And so the mean cannot be less than 20, because they are all 9 out of 10 are above 20. So even if they were all, and in fact 3 of them are above 40, so there's no way it could be less than 20. The mean could be more than 40. Could the mean be more than 40? Well, yes, it could, because if the 1 in this range was 20, okay, that would bring it down, but then these 6 could be as high as 40, because it could, so they could all be 40, and then this 3 could be as high as 60, and that would skew the average greater than 40 then. So that could be true. So it could be. We don't know what it is, but it could be. Could it be less than 40? I believe yes, because this 1 could be really low. These 6 could be as low as 20, and these 3 could be just 41 or just over 40. And again, if you spread them out in that way, then they could. Then the mean would be less than 40. It's good at this point to try to draw a diagram. So if this is the 40, and this is 20, that over here is 60, and here is 0. We could imagine. So we're asking. So this one I said was true, and we're asking just to get us to understand if they were. So this 1 could be as low as over here somewhere. The 6 could be just above 20, and these 3 could be just above 40. So yeah. Could the range be more than 40 minutes? The range is the difference between the lowest and the highest. Well, definitely, because the one of them could be this one up here could be as low as 1, or even 1 second, and any one of these could be as high as 60. So that would give you a range of nearly 60, which gives us a clue about the final question you'll see in a moment. So this one I just said was true. This one is false because it can be nearly 60 but not quite 60. Even if all three, well, even if one of them was 60 there, the largest range we can get is one or more on 60, and then the remaining, the smallest one over here has to be higher than 0. So which means the range must be lower than 60.